Okay, this is what we drawn from the presentation that we just had. So the first conclusion was about the use of LINS and IRS. These tools remain a cornerstone of malaria prevention and control. But we have a problem with the quality and efficacy of deployment. And in many places, we are not in the capacity to see if they are working or not, because they are not deployed in the way they should be. And there is also other contexts in which they are reaching the fundamental protection limits. So we know that for certain situations like early biting in the evening time, or people sleeping in other conditions, they are not the best tool. So because they are not the best tool, we need to enlarge our vector control toolbox. And also we have a very expensive one, as Alison has shown. The research and policy pipeline to deploy this vector control other tools is sluggish. And there is some tools that are not actually in the pipeline that would be available and could target residual transmission today using the learning by doing approach. But in any case, we need additional measures and resources. And in particular in places where the most common tools are not feasible. As you see in pre-bed, wake-up time, nighttime occupation, large-scale social, cultural events, travel, migration. Then this list is not exhaustive. There is plenty of situations where malaria transmission is happening and there is nothing to protect the people. So the conclusion is we need an integrated approach, including not just the vector control tool, but also human infection, human behavior, vector control, interactions between all these factors, and the identification of the real causes of this residual malaria or persisting malaria burden. And then with the best identification, we could implement more targeted control and elimination strategies. And as you see, we have had it that now we want to control residual malaria, but the definition of residual malaria by WHO has been changed recently to be more narrow and to really fit to a specific situation. And everything which is not fitting within this definition, we call that refractory malaria, but we don't have the proper wording for that at the moment. Finally, another important element is we've seen that there is a lot of institution, organization, foundation that are supporting malaria elimination, malaria studies, malaria control, but maybe we would need to have more impact or more leadership from the countries themselves, because we can do nothing if the countries really don't take that problem really in hands. And I think advocacy for more country leadership is one of the essential elements that will lead to better malaria control. So thank you very much again for being here, for waking up so early, and thank you very much to the speakers, to April for making the great job in putting together this session. I wish you a very good day in ASTMH.